If you could please face me, and if you can, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. And for the record, say and spell your first and last name, please.
Robert, R-O-B-E-R-T, Baker, B-A-K-E-R.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Baker, did you previously plead to first-degree murder of Fabio Sementilli prior to ever agreeing to testify in this case?
I didn't agree to testify, no. I did plead no contendere.
Before you agreed to do anything, did you come into court and plead to first-degree murder killing of Fabio Sementilli?
I pled no contest.
Okay. You understand that in a criminal case, that's the same as a guilty plea.
I
Is
do.
that correct?
Correct.
And did you plead no contest in exchange for any promise of leniency or any deal?
I did not.
Could you talk to the microphone, please?
I did not.
In other words, were you offered any reduced sentence or any other benefit in exchange for your decision or agreement to testify?
No, I didn't.
And do you understand that you are under no obligation to testify?
I understand that.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
I am.
Has anyone offered you anything whatsoever for your truthful testimony under oath?
No. No.
After your arrest in this case, did you ever receive anything from Monica Sementilli, any benefit for coming in here and testifying truthfully?
No.
When you were originally charged, you were charged with Monica Sementilli. Is that correct?
Yes.
You see her seated over there?
I do.
Monica Sementilli?
I do.
May the record reflect that he has identified the defendant.
Yes.
You were arrested, as I recall, on June 14, 2017. Is that correct? On or about?
I'm going to believe you on that one because I actually don't remember the date, but yes.
Okay. We're talking about almost 8 years ago.
Yes.
All right. You remember that day, if not the date?
I don't remember the date, but I kind of remember the day, yeah. I do.
Okay. After you were arrested and brought to court, were you represented by attorney Michael Simrin? S-I-M-R-I-N?
Initially, no, but later on, yes.
Okay. So initially, you were appointed someone to represent you when you were first brought to court,
Yes.
but eventually was an attorney assigned to you to be your attorney throughout the proceedings.
Yes.
And was his name Michael Simrin?
Yes.
Did Mr. Simrin ever indicate to you that you could receive a lesser sentence or some kind of leniency if you agreed to testify against Monica Sementilli or identify the second murder in this case?
Yes, he said there was a deal on the table. That's what he told me.
Did he tell you what the deal was?
He said it was 16 to life.
Second degree murder?
He didn't tell me what it was. He just told me that was something called a proffer.
Okay. Did you agree to do that?
No.
As a result, when you pled no contest or guilty in this case, you received no benefit whatsoever. Is that right?
Not at all.
It's correct, isn't it?
It's correct.
As a result, did you receive a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Plus 25 years.
And is that the sentence you are now serving?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Did you ever make a request to any detectives who were talking to you or any prosecutor to receive a lesser sentence in exchange for your testimony?
No, I did not.
At the time you were arrested, Ms. Sementilli was arrested with you. Is that correct?
Yes.
But the second killer, and let me preface that, You did murder Fabio Sementilli, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you do so with a second individual?
He went with me, but he didn't. Yes, he went with me.
Okay. And is his name Christopher Austin?
Yes.
You know that Mr. Austin, or do you know, has previously pled guilty to a lesser charge of 16 to life?
I didn't know the numbers, but I knew he did something. I didn't know too much of anything.
Well, did you know he made a deal?
Eventually, yes.
Before, as you're sitting here now, do you know that he's made a deal? He made a
Yes,
deal.
I knew he made a deal.
In exchange for his testimony.
Yes.
Before then, well, I'll get to that. So, at the time that you were originally arrested and charged, there were only two defendants, you and Monica Sementilli. Is that correct?
Yes.
And for a variety of reasons, the case continued for several years. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, eventually, you pled no contest or guilty, as we said, to first-degree murder and were sentenced to life without parole. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you remember approximately when that occurred?
No, I don't. I don't know the date. It was about a year and a half ago,
Right.
somewhere around there.
I have a minute, Your Honor. All right, I'm going to give you the date of July 7, 2023 that we have from the official records. Does that sound right?
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. But on or about that date, you came into this courtroom, is that right?
Yes.
With no prior agreement with the district attorneys, the judge, or anyone else, correct?
Correct.
And you entered your plea to all the charges you were faced with, correct?
Correct.
And then your sentencing was put over to give anyone who wanted to speak at your sentencing an opportunity, correct?
I think that was the reason why it was held over, yeah. I'm not sure. I wasn't told anything.
Okay. Well, you were in court when it was put over for your sentencing, correct?
Yes.
And you were represented at that time by Mr. Cimarron, is that right?
Yes.
And then your sentencing eventually occurred a few months later, correct?
No, it was kind of fast.
Okay. It was a few weeks later,
Yeah,
perhaps?
literally.
Okay. All this time you remained in custody, right?
Correct.
And at your sentencing, do you recall people making statements, how they felt about your case, including members of the victim's family, Fabio Sementilli's immediate family? You remember
Yes,
that?
I did.
You remember that?
Your Honor, object, every question is leading.
It is.
Okay. Did anyone speak at that hearing concerning what they thought you should receive as a result of your pleas?
People spoke, and quite a few people spoke, yes.
Did the two daughters of Monica Sementilli speak as well?
I think just one of them did, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, your memory's better than mine. After they spoke, you were in fact sentenced to life without parole, is that right?
That's correct.
And have you been in prison ever since?
I've been in custody ever since.
Let me just ask you, well, a few basic questions before we get into the details. Did you plan and execute the plan to murder Fabio Sementilli?
Yes,
And did you in fact do so?
I did.
And who was with you at that time?
Just Chris was. He was a lookout.
All right, we'll get to that. You see the defendant seated over here, Monica Sementilli?
Yes.
You knew her well at the time of the murder, is that right?
Yes.
Is it fair to say you were in a romantic or sexual relationship with her?
Yes. You could say that.
Was that true?
Yes.
Did she have anything to do with the planning or the execution of the plan to kill Fabio Sementilli?
No.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
Now, you have heard some of the evidence already against you in the form of what we call overhears. Is that correct?
Yes.
Does that change your testimony that she had nothing to do with the planning or killing of Fabio Sementilli?
No, it doesn't change anything.
Does that remain your testimony under oath today?
Yeah, it is.